your NDA first examination of the year 2019 on 21st of April, and it is very necessary to know what should be the proper strategy to counter this Herculean examination. If we see the trend analysis of the last two papers, we find that enormous stress has been laid on vocab. If you see the first paper of 2018, you find that altogether 20 question belongs to antonym and synonyms, and the fillers 5. This is here selection of appropriate word in the fill in the blanks, and that is 5. If we add together these three, we find that almost 50% part is covered by your vocabulary. If you have stressed well on vocabulary, definitely you are going to score a lot many marks. If we see, there are only 5 questions from spotting errors, 5 from idiom and phrases, 5 from ordering of sentences, and 10 from comprehension part, where you go through a passage and answer the questions according to the context given in the passage. If we compare it with the second paper of the year 2018, we find that although the number of antonym and synonym has been reduced to half, but this thing has been added in closed test, where you have to select the appropriate word. Again, 10 words are there for words, fillers, and if we count together, we once again arrive to the conclusion that altogether 25 and idioms 30 questions. That means 60% of your course belongs to your vocab part. Comprehension is also a very important part because it covers your 20% course. So definitely now is the time we took notice of this vocabulary and accumulate word power as much as possible. If we stress well on vocab part covering antonym, synonym, idiom and phrases, then the appropriate selection of words in fillers and closed test, I don't think that you have got anything more to worry. Spotting error, 5 marks. Although it covers only 5 marks, but I think it consumes the line portion of your time. That means you have to go through all the parts of English language. The parts of English language is article, noun, pronoun, time and tense. It covers your all the verbs, time and tense, subject verb agreement, voice, narration, adjective, adverb, preposition, and conjunction. So these are the part that covers your 5% course, and Even if we properly analyze these 5 questions, we find that your preposition and time and tense covers the loin portion, substantial part of your spotting error. So, in these parts of speech, special attention has to be paid to time and tense and preposition. If we go through these, it has got some particular rules, and mostly those rules are asked, questions based on those rules are asked, and if we know the important rules of these parts of speech, we can easily crack them one by one. So, let us discuss some of the important questions pertaining to all the topics of spotting error. First, we take article. If we talk about article, we find that the very first and the most important question of this, when two actions take place together, two actions take place together, we use comparative degree of adjective and use article the before it, as the faster you run, the farther you reach. The faster you run, the farther you reach. If we talk about the second most important question, rule of this article, we find that wherever of the two or two proper nouns are given after of A and B. If two proper nouns are given, we use comparative degree of adjective and use article the before it, as who is the taller of A and B, or of the two. So this is the second most important rule of article. The third is, whenever we talk about some special person, we use article the before it, as the Rama of the Ramayana. Whenever we match two persons on the basis of their qualities, we use article the before the name, who is used for matching, as Kalidas is the Shakespeare of India. So these are the few rules of article. If you apply them well, you may detect the error given in the sentence. Noun. If we talk about noun, it is very important because your subject and verb part is based on this thing only. It is necessary for you to know the particular noun which look like singular one but are actually plural. There are such nouns which appears a plural but are not. In fact, some of the subjects that look plural but are actually singular, like economics, mathematics, etc. So we should know those nouns which are some confusing aspect. We have to take care of some Latin words where shows singular and removing that using a shows the plural form as corrigendum, corrigenda, iratum, irata, datum, data, dictum, etc. These are the words which you have to follow. There are nouns which when added as change their meaning, as water means ordinary water and waters means ocean, wood means log and woods means the whole forest. There are such nouns which can be used only in plural form but are actually one, particularly the nouns which have got two parts. Thereafter comes the important part of apostrophe s. We have to take care two things. One thing is that we cannot use apostrophe s, that means the possessive noun with the non-living thing. And the second important rule of this is that if we use a noun as plural adding s after it, we use only the mark of apostrophe and don't use s. It is also a very important part of this. Pronoun. Pronoun is also important because the errors are given in the different parts of pronoun used for some particular person or gathering. We have to take care of adjective form also, and we have to take care of the degrees because most of the time the errors are given from degrees by using wrong means, removing other from comparative degree, removing article the before superlative degree. Adverb also plays, and for adverb you should know the proper placement of adverb, as adverb of frequency is used after helping verb but before main verb. Adverb of manner, adverb of time, adverb of place is used only after verb. And there are particular rules that if all three of these come together, how we are going to use it. And the most important part is your preposition. You have to stress a lot. The trick of preposition is to put question to it. If I say I am interested, the question automatically rises, wherein? So, interest always takes in. If I say I have got great affection, the question is, who is the beneficiary? And for that, affection for is used. So if we can decode it by using the proper question to the word, we can arrive to 90% exact preposition that is followed after a particular word. Conjunction also plays a very important part, and you will have to take care of the different types of conjunctions and their use. So if we go through properly our curriculum and if we care the trend analysis, it's my humble request to each and every aspirant that start burning midnight oil and do your best in vocab. Now your whole energy should be centralized, should be focused to enhancing vocabulary. Don't be greedy of any other thing but of English words, because this is going to change your life. For your added information, we would like to mention that we have got an ultra advanced questionnaire that is available online also. You can use, you can go through a mock test every day. There are question papers and you will have the instant answer of your questions, and you can judge yourself where do you stand on this date. You can come to know your weakness, that what are the chimney sectors where you have to develop yourself. So boys, we are with you, even to your doorstep. Just click our online papers and know everything. We welcome each and every student that if you have got any kind of query, please don't hesitate asking us for the proper and judicious direction. Thank you, boys. With all the good wishes for the forthcoming examination, thank you.